I want to get you now to our meteorologists, Melissa Nord and Danielle Moss. Starting off with Melissa here because we are getting closer and closer, and some of the areas in our viewing area are already starting to see some of this weather from this winter storm system.
We are finally seeing it move in, and I think that is a smart decision to go ahead and make those calls about the schools, because as we've been talking about ad nauseum the last couple of days, even though the moisture is all done Sunday, we have a flash freeze, cold air moving in Monday. So anything that melts during the day on Sunday, anything that is, still left on the roadways is going to freeze back over for Monday morning. So long live winter storm coming in, ice storm for us. This is the first ice storm warning issued by the National Weather Service in Peachtree City since February of 2014. In these counties, in that deep purple color, that eggplant color, 1/4 of an inch or more of ice is expected, with the core of the highest impacts in northeast Georgia. That's where the totals could be a lot more significant. Huge winter storms stretching from the Four Corners all the way up into the northeast and New England. There are winter storm warnings out near Boston right now. So it is a cross-country system moving through, and that moisture is finally on our doorstep. You can see just to our north and west, we've got freezing rain, even sleet to the north of that, but it's this corner of northwest Georgia. The atmosphere is saturating. The temperatures are dropping below freezing. So in Chattanooga, they have freezing rain. And to the north side of Chattanooga, that wintry mix with sleet coming in. So we're finally seeing the rain reaching the ground. Lookout Mountain, we have a live camera there. That's been iced over already because of those falling temperatures. The road surface in Dade County about 37 degrees, but the air temperature now down to 31. So some of that moisture is moving in at the moment. It is just about to Calhoun as well, and we'll see the temperatures falling, changing over to freezing rain, and those amounts will be highest in northeast Georgia. And Danielle, that's where we expect not just the travel impacts, but the power outage impacts to be greatest.
Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about those impacts, Melissa, because that's what everyone is always wondering. This is a lot of ice that we're talking about. Sounds little, but it is a lot of ice. We are not only going to be seeing hazardous road conditions, but also a number of power outages. And we've already been seeing, you heard them at the top of the show, closures and delays. Here's a look at our winter storm severity index. This is really kind of good news because yesterday we had more of our coverage area under this winter storm severity index. Some places are starting to see a little bit better outcomes, but however, you can see this orange and this red and this purple. That is really the top 3 tiers of that index. And it does look like northeast Georgia, unfortunately, really under the target area to see the most accumulations. And we talk about that. We're talking about over 1/2 of an inch. That's going to be making dangerous road conditions. And as we take a closer look into the North Georgia mountains, really near Cleveland and Helen, Georgia, in White County, you can see those little spots of purple. That lets you know that that is the worst of it. So just make sure that you are aware. Take time on those roadways. And even as we take a little bit closer look here at home, even seeing some of that red, one of the most severe categories, seeking into Roswell and even close to Metro Atlanta, we are expecting a lot of ice accumulations. And Melissa, it sounds like a small amount when we talk about 1/2 of an inch or even 1/10 of an inch, but it could have some really dangerous impacts on our roadways and our power lines as well.
And even that 1/10 of an inch can cause slicks and icy spots on the roadways. Those power outages really increase when you get above 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch. And so when does it actually move in? Well, we're seeing it move into northwest Georgia now. It's going to develop across all of the area between now and 10 o'clock this evening. So you might initially see rain, but those temperatures are going to be dropping. And by 10 o'clock, everybody is dealing with freezing rain. Overnight tonight through Sunday morning, it is freezing rain is what we're going to see falling out of the sky. That falls as liquid, freezes on contact, roads become slick. In northeast Georgia, where enough freezing rain falls, some outages could start to come in first thing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, little warming south and west of Atlanta may briefly change us back over to rain, but that icing is going to continue northeast of inner metro Atlanta. So again, the next couple of hours for us, we'll see that freezing rain and rain moving in. And you can see here by 11, freezing rain making its way south and west into Atlanta from northeast Georgia. We'll have more on what time this clears out. Looking ahead to that cold for Monday coming up.